I want to start today with a confession. Have you ever felt like you're just playing house in your own life? You're doing the morning routine, you're saying the affirmations, you're listening to the podcast, but deep down, you still feel like the old version of yourself, the one who is stressed, the one who is trying to get it together. Friend, the feeling is what I call the identity gap. Most of us try to change our habits to change our life, but we need to change our identity. We're trying to run $1 million life on a lack mindset and a poor operating system. It's fucking exhausting because we're essentially pretending. And if I'm honest, pretending takes a lot of our energy. So today we're beginning to close that gap. We are performing a radical identity shift. We're going to stop chasing the future version of you and start being her right fucking now. Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to Unblock Your Blessings. I'm Vicki Lebrilla, your travel size emotions coach, helping you navigate the roller coaster life of emotions, revelations, and all that comes with adulting. Get comfy because we're about to dive into the nitty gritty of unblocking all that emotional weight and letting the sun shine right back into your life. Remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe, and of course, leave an honest review at the end of this episode. It's free, it means the world to me, and it helps this podcast reach more ears. Now let's make this your era of unblocking your blessings. Friends, how did my intro hit? How'd that feel? Because we're going to spend a moment here talking about habits versus identity. So, you've probably heard of it. In the book Atomic Habits, James Clear talks about the identity-based habits. But I want to take it a tiny step further into the spiritual and mindset realm. A habit is what you do, right? Can we all agree on that? An identity is who you are. If you say, for instance, I am trying to be healthy, your identity is still a person who is unhealthy but attempting to change. If you say, I am an athlete, your decision about food and movement aren't work. They are just what is in alignment for an athlete, and that's what an athlete does. So your subconscious is a literal machine. Fun fact, did you know that? Because it is. Its only job, one singular job, is to prove you right. If your internal identity is, I'm always overwhelmed, well, what the shit? Your brain will, take a guess, literally look for reasons to be overwhelmed. It will sabotage your peace to keep you in alignment with who you think you are. So, to unlock and unblock your blessings, you have to stop seeing them as a surprise, right? Or a gift from someone else to someone else. You have to see them as a requirement for the person you have become. Let that sit for a minute. So, let's talk about making the decisions from the future. So, how do we actually shift? Great question. I'm so happy you asked. We start making decisions from the future self, from our future self. Most of us make decisions based on our current bank account, right? Or current stress levels, or your past failures. We look at our current reality and let it dictate our future potential. So, I want you to flip it. I want you to imagine the version of you 12 months from now. Well, shit, if 12 months is too far, do 6. If 6 months is too far, do 3. That person is already living the blessings. She is calm. She is abundant. She knows she's the shit. Now ask yourself, what would she do in this situation? Would she say yes to the draining commitments? Would she hit snooze 5 times every morning? would she speak to herself with that negative tone of voice? And friends, most of the time, that's a hell to the no. You know she wouldn't speak to you in that way. So, when you make a decision as your future self, you are pulling that reality into the present moment. You aren't waiting for the blessing. You are creating the environment where the blessing has time to exist. There's no way around it. The blessing has to exist. So, friends, this is where you get to do some work. I want to give you some practical tools that we're going to call a mirror mantra. It's just 15 seconds of pure, unfiltered connection. I want you to look yourself in the eye, in the mirror, not at your makeup, not at your hair, but in your pupils. Like, get real down and dirty and vulnerable, friends. And I want you to say this: I am the woman who, fill in the blank. Everyone's different. I can't do that step for you. I am the woman who, fill in the blank. And then, friends, no trying, just I am. No trying, just I am. I also want you to pick one habit this week, just one. Don't get crazy and be like, oh, I'm an overachiever and I want to do 5. No, girl, one, just one. Okay? One habit this week. But you aren't doing it to improve yourself. You are doing it because it's when your future self already does it. Yeah. If she's a woman who is hydrated and clear-headed, then guess what you're going to do? You're going to drink that water. You're going to get those electric lights and you're going to be clear-headed. Because guess what? That's what future you does. You're tapping into it now. Then, tomorrow morning, when you wake up, don't ask, what do I have to do today? Ask, who am I being today? Then head over and share your identity habit in our Facebook group. Yes, I want you to get off your ass, log into Facebook, and share your identity habit in our Facebook group. It's a private group for a reason. I want you to see the new you showing up. I want you to give yourself proof that you are a badass and you can do everything and anything you set your mind to. Beautiful soul, stop chasing your future and start living with it. I love you so damn much. I'll see you in the next one.